All right, everyone. The consumer price index for all urban consumers did increase 6.2% from October of 2020 to October of 2021. That is the largest 12-month increase since the period ending November of 1990, with CPI increasing by 0.8%. That's up 0.3% from what the analysts were calling for November inflation. So we saw higher inflation than what the so-called experts are talking about. Hey everyone, I'm the Florida Stacker, and that's the November Consumer Price Index or inflationary data. I've got more information on that inside, so let's go ahead and get started with today's Metal Minutes, beginning now.
I just take the money and go stack up. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso.
All right, welcome back everyone. It is December 10th, 2021, and here are today's Metal Minutes, giving you the quick update on the overall financial markets and the impacts on precious metals prices today. Today, we're going to focus mostly on inflationary data. U.S. inflation jumped to 6.8% in November. That is the fastest inflationary increase over the last 39 years. The Labor Department's Consumer Price Index, or CPI, climbed to 6.8% in November compared to last year, marking the fastest annual increase since June of 1982. Food at home price rose 5.4% over the past 12 months, as all of the 6 major grocery store food group indices increased over that same period. So food away from home, restaurants, stuff like that, rose 5.3% over that same period. Now, here's a big one, guys. Energy prices rose 30%, okay? Energy prices, as collected all together, are up 30% over the past 12 months, its largest 12-month increase since the period ending September of 2005. These are the consequences of decisions. All the major energy component indices increased sharply over the last 12 months. Gasoline prices alone rose 49.6% over the last year. All right, that's a 49.6% increase at the gas pump and is now at the highest level since September of 2014. Fuel oil prices increased sharply over the last year, rising 59.1%, and natural gas prices are up 28.1% over the last 12 months. Finally, electricity is coming in at 6.5% higher. Now, prices for all items less food and energy rose 4.6% over the past 12 months. Used cars and trucks at 26.4% increase, and new vehicles sitting at 9.8%. That is the largest 12-month increase since the period ending May 1975. So now is not the time to buy a used car. All right, so those were some of the big risers. Let's take a look at some other indices here. Prices rising less than 4.6% include shelter, okay? So shelter's coming in at 3.5% higher year over year, and medical care is up slightly at 1.3%. Now, here's the great news, guys. Few major component indices declined over the past year, but there is one, and that one exception is airline travel. That's right. You can buy a ticket, that trip to Hawaii you've always wanted to take. Airline fares are down 4.6%, so great news, everyone. It's cheaper to fly today than it was last year. We'll probably hear Jen Psaki harping all about how cheap it is to fly during the White House press briefing today when she is asked about the inflationary data. That will be the good news spin. You can fly someplace cheaper. Too bad you won't have any cash to take with you. So how is this impacting the market? Cryptocurrencies are still unmoved, with Bitcoin only slightly up over the last 24 hours. So this data is not really doing anything for the crypto sphere. ETH, Binance Coin, Tether, Solana, and Cardano are all down. So clearly this impact is, really not there when it comes to crypto. Looking at gold, gold saw a very modest jump leading up to the CPI figures this morning that we just discussed, and is still trading, however, just below $1,800 at around $1,793, so up $9 since the market opened. Very little movement there. When it comes to silver, silver is still pretty darn cheap when looking at the price for the last year, hanging out near $22 per ounce with a very modest jump this morning. All right, the CPI data did a little bit for it, I guess, up 12 cents. Okay, so not much at all. Definitely not seeing a lot of movement in prices here. That's just half a percentage point, so very negligible so far today at best. Getting to platinum. Platinum is also relatively unmoved, although down slightly, down just under $5. My latest platinum purchase will also arrive today, so I'm super pumped about that, guys. I will be doing that unboxing and getting that platinum unboxing here to the channel this weekend. Okay, similar to the metals, the dollar is all but unmoved this morning with the DXY sitting at 96.24, just slightly down since the market opened. And finally, we'll quickly look at the treasuries, which have a greater influence on the price direction of gold than they do on silver. But I am watching the treasuries, and today the 10-year yield is like everything else. Basically, hasn't moved, hardly moved at all, slightly down to 1.479%. So with inflation year over year showing at 6.8% and the yield on a 10-year bond at 1.479, that generates a real interest rate on that purchase. If you want to get into bonds, that is, of approximately negative 5.3%. So if you feel like losing 5.3% on the year, go ahead and purchase a 10-year treasury today. That sounds like a great idea. All right, so the market continues to show us all the reasons why we should be stacking silver and gold, yet the price action, it's just not there. And when it comes to inflation, it's high. It's going to stay high. It might even get higher. And it's going to continue to be this way unless we see some major policy changes at the top level. But I just don't see those happen today with, the politics being what they are between the two large parties here in the United States. So that's the minutes, everyone. Thanks for viewing today. I hope you have a wonderful morning. And I'm going to be filming another video for release later today. So hope to see you back here on the channel for that one. As always, everyone, keep stacking, and we'll see you soon on another precious metals focused video.